2012 race season. And I wouldn't mind betting that the top three on the podium will look entirely different to what we see here today. It is the ADAC GT4 Germany, a tough series providing great entertainment. Join us back here at Zandvoort tomorrow for race 2 of the weekend. We see you then. Bye-bye.
Crash into you.
So ganz kurz zusammengefasst, er hatte gestern ein sehr gutes Qualifying natürlich, sonst würde er nicht hier stehen, aber er meint, es wäre sogar noch mehr drin gewesen. Hatte einen kleinen Fehler, sonst hätte es vielleicht auch für die Pole gereicht. Die aber gehört jetzt Larry Tenforde, der ja auch battelt um die Meisterschaftsführung, und schauen wir mal, was sein Heimspiel letztlich hier bringt. Also hier ist ordentlich Spannung drin und ein Dreikampf ist das, glaube ich, an diesem Wochenende nicht. Denn dieser Herr Bastian Buß, der wird ordentlich Druck machen, auch Larry Tenforde. Und übrigens Luke Hartog, der ja die Gesamtwertung anführt, der steht da hinten irgendwo auf Platz 7. Also es wird ganz bestimmt ein super spannendes Rennen. Burkhard, dass du uns wie immer erfrischend kommentierst.
Ja, ich probiere das mal, Irma. Und schlicht und einfach, wenn Fernsehen zu Freestyle wird, also so liebe ich die Nummer, einmal so eben durch den Carrera Cup durchwandern, ein bisschen lauschen, mal reinhören ins werte Seelenleben der jeweiligen rennfahrenden Akteure. Also
absolutely perfect for this, which will be race 5 of a 16-race season for Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. The cars are on the grid, the sun is shining, and the atmosphere is electric. The atmosphere is electric because we have 4 Dutch drivers on the grid, and one of them is on pole position. It's not the championship leader, Luke Hartog. He's going to be starting from 7th on the grid. It is the man that everybody is trying to beat. He's always there or thereabout. He's finished on the podium in every race this year, and he starts from pole position. It is Larry Tenforde, the driver who's looking to become the first ever driver to win 3 Porsche Carrera Cup Germany titles. There are many, many drivers looking to upset things, none more so than that man there, Robert De Haan, a surprise entry who is sitting in the Kai Pfister HRT Performance performance car for this event. Robert De Haan, a driver who has taken the Benelux series very much by storm, a fairly controversial character, but a driver who is incredibly quick. And in qualifying yesterday, Robert De Haan actually looked like he might be starting from the front row. He dropped down in the closing stages, but on this, his debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, starting from 6th place in the HRT performance car. Very impressive indeed, as indeed is that man there, the British driver Harry King, who starts 4th on the grid for Allied Racing. And talking about Allied Racing, if anybody ever doubted team boss Jan Kasperlik's ability to spot talent, 2, 3 and 4 on the grid are all Allied Racing drivers. There is Vincent Andrinaco, that man there, who is lightning quick. Fairly disappointed with his performance at Hockenheim last time out, but looking to make amends of that. He starts 3rd on the grid alongside Allied Racing teammate Harry King, who won his debut race in the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany at Spa-Francorchamps at the beginning of the season. But the man at the top of the Allied Racing standings, well, you discount him at your peril, don't you? Bastian Buus, he's had a fairly slow start to the season. He recorded his first ever DNF at Hockenheim a couple of weeks ago. He starts on the front row. He's found the form that he's been struggling to find at the start of this season, and he looks like he's back with a vengeance. But he's got to beat that man there, the number 25 car, Team GP Elite, local driver, has a very, very vocal fan club, Larry Tenforder. And there is the ID racing car, one of the ID racing cars. Some great cameras pointing back at the drivers here for this, the 5th race of the season. You can hear the engines are running. We've got a few drivers a little bit out of place, including championship leader Logan Hartog, who's down in 7th place. And he's got some work to do from back there. He was very disappointed with his qualifying yesterday. Just couldn't really get a lap together. So has a bit of work to do from there if he wants to retain his championship lead, which is just 5 points over Larry Tenforder, our pole sitter, coming into this race. The cars are on their formation lap, as you can see. A critical time to get heat into the tyres and into the brakes. Here it is, Larry Tenforder for Team GP Elite on pole position. Then Allied Racing's Bastian Buus ahead of Allied Racing's Vincent Andrinaco and Allied Racing's Harry King. You see the pattern there, can't you? Then Maurice Scheuring with Robert De Haan, the guesting driver for company on row 3. Maurice Scheuring, another local driver. Logan Hartog, a lot of work to do from 7th. Hu van Eindhoven, another local hero, lines up alongside. Alex Fack had a much better qualifying session, and Theo Overhaus, discount him at your peril. He is dominating the rookie standings at the moment. Gislain Cordeel in the number 27 car alongside Ariel Levy. He's a man on a mission. Harry Jones from Australia in 13th place with Adam Smalley from the UK. That's another potent row of drivers. Leon Curler is looking for his first championship alongside Lucas Ertl. Leon Curler's been there or thereabouts, but still wants that championship. Youngest driver on the grid, Janis Stiak, alongside Glenn Van Parijs. We welcome him to Carrera Cup Germany. Then it's Sebastian Freimut and Luca Rettenbacher, Huber Racing on that row. Jan Seifert and Horst Felix Felbermar, another driver who's also racing in the Benelux Series this weekend. Yasin Ferrati and Zoran Spreng in the Pro-Am category. The leading Pro-Am driver, Zoran Spreng, in this. Ahmed Al-Shihab and Georgi Donchev, both in the Pro-Am category, line up on row 13. Row 14, Jonas Greif and Matteo Ferrer Azza in the Scherer Sport PHX car. On row 15, Tim Stender, good to have him here, and Michael Essmann. And then on row 16, Holger Harmsen has Alex Tauscher for company. Alex Tauscher was disqualified from qualifying and starts from the back of the pack. He is a feisty driver, but he has not had any luck whatsoever. Alex, you need to stop walking under ladders because he is so rapid, but seems to get into all sorts of trouble, whether it's technical disqualifications or something else. We'll see what he can do from the back of the pack, but he he has got a lot of work to do both today and tomorrow. It's good training, but he probably would rather be somewhere near the front and have the training another day. Right, the grid almost lined up, so Larry Tenforder takes his position on the pole. It is a short, sharp race, just 30 minutes plus 1 lap. It's 30 minutes of pure energy and excitement. These cars are deafening, they are fast. This is Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, one of the great spectacles in motor racing. The final few cars are now taking up their position at the back of the pack, and then we should have some clearance from the back to say that we are good to go. We have that clearance, so we will wait for those 5 red lights to go out. Are you ready for Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, Dutch style? We are go, and it's Larry Tenforder who steps on pole position. Bastian Boos coming under pressure from teammate Vincent Andronacco, but it's Bastian Boos into second. Now Andronacco falling into the clutches of Harry King. The 3 Allied racing drivers, they must not make contact with each other. A little bit of rubbing going into turn 2, and then up onto the 19-degree banking of turn 3. Bastian Boos takes the lead. What a move into turn 3, Larry Tenforder. Now, how did that happen? Bastian Boos takes the lead. Tenforder's going to come back. Somebody's gone off wide behind. There's a bit of dust in the air. But what a move. Luke Hartog also making great progress, moving up the order. But it's Bastian Boos, but looks like Larry Tenforder fighting back. No, it isn't. Bastian Boos in the lead. Luke Hartog up into 3rd place. How did that happen? What a great opening lap for some of these drivers. What a poor opening lap for some of the others. Incredible stuff at Zandvoort. It's Bastian Boos who takes the lead. He is a man on a mission, and he is now leading Larry Tenforder. Bastian Boos, who has had a tough 4 races so far this season, wants to get back in the championship hunt. He needs to make a bit of progress there. Then Larry Tenforder, then Luke Hartog, taking a fairly different line to the car behind, which is Harry King, then Maurice Schuring. Rest of the cars come through. It looks like everybody has made it. What a dramatic opening lap. Challenge for position now is Ariel Levy, looking to the inside of Theo Overhaus. So Ariel Levy also challenging for position, and out onto the pit straight we come. Lots of challenges up and down the pack, but none more so for the lead. Bastian Boos ahead of Larry Tenforder, and the first 2 breaking clear. There's Theo Overhaus on the inside as the car goes spinning. It's Vincent Andronacco, and a wheel off as well. There are cars scattered. Glenn Van Parijs is in there. There's Alex Tauscher in there as well. This is surely going to bring out a safety car. All sorts of drama. So Vincent Andronacco had got involved there, and that is such a shame, as Lucas Oertel there as well. Oh, this is going to bring out a safety car. There is no doubt. I'm hoping it's not going to require a red flag. There is a wheel out in the gravel track, so there is lots of trouble out on the track there. That is Ariel Levy. That's such a shame. He is a driver who is reborn this year. He has been so quick, but you can see fairly terminal damage on the number 87 car. Looks like Adam Smalley in the barriers as well, and it is a red flag. So that was always going to be a possibility, and with a damaged barrier, oh, dearie me, the damaged barrier has to be repaired for health and safety reasons. Adam Smalley, we hadn't even mentioned him yet, the driver who from Great Britain, from Lancashire, who has been so good in Porsche Carrera Cup Great Britain, not having any luck at all here. You see Andronacco is going backwards through the packers. Theo Overhaus, I think it was, on the inside, who came clattering through, hit Ariel Levy, and then Andronacco getting spun, and a head-on from Lucas Oertel. And you can see just nowhere to go. And here comes Oertel, and that's Leon Köhler in there as well. Harry Jones did well. He kept his foot buried in the power and motored his way out of the gravel. This is the view from Overhaus. And it was a closing gap on Ariel Levy, and it was just 3 into 1, does not go, especially into Tarzan, which is turn 1. This is the view from Janis Stiak. And I have to say, what they call a brown alert moment as he slotted his way through that one. And that is the remnants of, well, part of the suspension and the front wheel of that car. But the Allied Racing team, after such a successful qualifying, well, they're still leading the race, first and fourth, but one of their drivers, Vincent Andronacco, we've been so excited about Vincent getting involved in Carrera Cup this year. He got sixth on his debut at Spa-Francorchamps. He is a fantastic driver, really rapid, very brave, finds the gaps, goes for it. But just getting mixed up in that incident there. The stewards will look at it. It's really hard to see whether it was a racing incident. I'm guessing if the blame was going to be put on anybody, it would be Theo Overhaus. But the gap was closing and he was well alongside. So we have lost several drivers as a result of that. It is under investigation as the drivers walking back to the garage, and you can see that Adam Smalley's car is properly buried in the Tech Pro barrier. The barrier doing exactly what it needs to do, because you really don't want to be hitting the concrete. There's a good view of the start. Now let's have a look here. Great start from both Bastian Boos and Loic Hartog. You don't often see drivers making up that many places in the opening lap of a race. Now Hartog was quite a long way back into turn one, but it was into turn three where it all changed. And looking back from Larry Tenforda, a little hesitation in turn two. You can see he's got a bit of a swapper on, and Bastian Boos, well, he doesn't need much invitation, does he? So Bastian Boos is through. This is the view from Maurice Scheuring. And Scheuring up into fifth place, so he had a good start as well. Robert De Haan was involved as well. He's still in sixth place. This is Vincent Andronacco. I'm hoping it wasn't Harry King that he got together with. It was certainly pretty close, wasn't it? Awkward conversations over lunch. So no, it didn't look like it was. But then it was around here that Andronacco gets hung out to dry. This is Loic Hartog, who just sees the Allied racing cars offline and takes the opportunity. And after a miserable qualifying yesterday, he will be pretty delighted with that. Another driver who brings a big fan club with him. Oh, and that's the one that, and see Smalley actually gave Ariel Levy a little bit of a thump up the back as well. So much going on. We can be watching slow-mos of that until Christmas. We'll probably still be getting things out of it. Alex Tauscher, well, for once it's gone his way. And he's up to 25th, still out of the points. But this is where it all started, wasn't it? Theo Overhaus, the driver who has been so strong this year. So many different angles, great angles here from our directing team. Theo Overhaus has won 3 of the last 4 races in the rookie category. Oh, well, that's a very crumpled-looking Adam Smalley car. Yeah, so Overhaus has won the rookie race for the last 3 races. He got 3rd in the opener at Spa. Has not finished outside of the top 7 up until now. Of course, this is going to be a DNF. It may be a DNF for him. Having said that, he is still running, so he's actually escaped without damage. Start is declared as no contest, so I don't know if the start was being reviewed, but there was no warnings that there would be any issues with the start. It all looked pretty solid. Maybe it was that start incident. But anyway, lots of cars, lots of spare parts that are going to be brought out of Porsche. There's Lucas Oertel. I think his face just says it all. Not what he had in mind when he got out of bed this morning. But he gets to do it all again tomorrow, so hopefully he can make up for that. 9th place at race 1 at Hockenheim a couple of weeks ago has been his best result so far. There's Loic Hartog, one of 2 drivers who had an epic opening lap of this race. Oh, so start is declared as no contest. So that looks like it is going to be as in no contest, as in a complete restart. So I was trying to interpret what the timing screen was saying. So start is declared as no contest. It looks to me as though the cars have been put back into the positions they were in, and yes, they are. So Bastian Buus and Loke Hartog, after such a great start, have been put back into their positions that they originally started. So I'm guessing the cars hadn't crossed the timing beam to get exact positions. So this has been classed as a complete restart. So that is awful news for both Bastian Buus and Loke Hartog, who had made such a rapid start. It's a get out of jail free card for Larry Ten Voorde. Of course, the cars that were involved in the incidents are not able to take part.